the son of a British boxing legend against the old crafty veteran. Chris Eubank Jr. against Arthur Abraham. Pretty interesting fight coming up. Eubank Jr., 24-1, 19 knockouts, 5'11", 72.5-inch reach, 27 years old. Arthur Abraham, 46-5, 30 knockouts, 5'9", 72-inch reach, 37 years old. The last three fights, Eubank first. He had a 10th round knockout against Nick Blackwell, technical knockout, back on March 26th, 2016. And that is that tragic fight in which Blackwell suffered serious head trauma, and he's still feeling the effects of that. And he also, he didn't make it any easier on himself, but that's a whole other thing. Second fight, 4th round technical knockout against Tom Doran, June 25th, 2016. And then he had a 10th round technical knockout against Reynold Quinlan, February 4th, 2017. Arthur Abraham, unanimous decision loss against Gilberto Ramirez, April 9th, 2016, where he lost the WBO super middleweight belt. 8th round technical knockout win over Tim Robin Lehuag. I don't know how the fuck you say that. July 16th, 2016. And then a unanimous decision win over Robin Krasniqi, April 22nd, 2017. So, quick turnaround for him. Their best wins, Eubank, probably Blackwell. And for Arthur Abraham recently, you probably would say Martin Murray, although that was hardly a convincing win. So these two guys are obviously on different trajectories in their careers. That's part of what makes this interesting. On to their strengths with Eubank first. Obviously, his bloodlines. His father is a legend, and his half-brother and his cousin, I believe, are also both pro. Eubank has extremely fast hands, and he is a great combination puncher. He has a tremendous uppercut that he throws from the inside, and he builds off momentum well, and he judges distance very well. He has great physical strength, and he knows how to use it in the ring. He works the body well, and he's dangerous, especially from the middle in. He's reasonably powerful, but he's more of an accumulation puncher. He is extremely athletic. He's got a fan-friendly and flashy style. He also throws vicious, eye-catching punches at times. And he has a pretty high pace and a relentless pace. Good chin so far. He got fucking blasted a few times by Spike O'Sullivan, and he stayed upright. Spike is a pretty heavy puncher. And Eubank also has superb punch variety. For Arthur Abraham's strengths, he has serious fucking heart. He fought with a broken jaw multiple times, once versus Miranda and once versus Stieglitz. He's very sturdily built, and he keeps his chin very well protected. He has good power in both hands, not elite, but solid, and he throws good combinations with deceptively fast hands. He's very patient, but when he smells blood, he can finish. He fights in explosive flurries with both hands. Abraham keeps a high clamshell guard, and he fights patiently behind it. He has ample experience at world level, both at 160 and at 168. He dips and feints well, and he springs to attack if the opponent opens up. He also creates distance when he dips with his legs by darting out of range away from attacks. He's very solid defensively, but he can focus more on defense than offense at times, especially when he's under pressure. You'll see that happen a lot in the Stieglitz fights. He parries well from that high guard, and he himself, he has said that his greatest strength is his will to win. Onto their weaknesses now. Eubank, his opposition is still lacking for 25 fights in as a pro. He can be beaten with foot speed, angles, and fundamentals, as Billy Joe Saunders showed. He's far too hittable at times. And I wonder if his chin will even hold up against a huge puncher. Like I said, he was rocked by Spike O'Sullivan. And moving up in weight, he's going to see some big punchers too. He drops his hands and he throws from his hips too often, and he can get caught up in his own flashiness. He takes a lot of risks, i.e. the lead uppercuts and hooks that he throws, and he lunges and loses balance at times. But his athleticism has backed him up to this point and bailed him out. But that's not a great habit to have. His power also has ebbed as his opposition has progressed or increased in ability. Um, the constant uppercuts that he throws give ample opportunity to be countered. Um, and the gym tales that people have told, they haven't really translated to the ring yet. You know, some of the stories you hear about him sparring Froch and Groves and things like that. But he's still a young fighter, so time will tell exactly what he is. He also gassed out versus Saunders in that fight. And he lingers in range too long after throwing combinations at times. Just some things that I've noticed that you can be leery for. On to Abraham. He was a middleweight monster with his power, but it didn't really carry up with him as he aged also, and as he's progressed in his career, especially up at 168. At 37 years old, he has a ton of wear and tear nowadays. His last few fights indicate that he's on a bit of a, maybe even a steady decline. He's not fast on his feet, and he can be troubled by speed and length. He's going to give up both of those against Eubank. Abraham has also benefited from his share of hometown scorecards. I felt even that Martin Murray fight could have gone to Martin Murray, you know. Abraham is also overly patient at times, and he can be made to chase. His patterns of attack can be very predictable, and he throws wide as well at times. He can be swarmed and overwhelmed, as he was against Stieglitz, and he also relies on his power too often. From time to time, he'll get power punch happy. And I guess you could say that about Eubank too. How does Chris Eubank Jr. win this fight? Well, out of the gate, Eubank must control the pace against the older, more shop-worn Abraham. His fast hands and his explosive combinations could bode well, especially if he fights behind a jab and picks his shots creatively, as he often does. Early body work could pay dividends for Jr., but he must pick his moments wisely, as Abraham has enough hand speed and power to trouble most anyone at the weight if he lands. Eubank's athleticism could benefit him as well, as he would be wise to avoid presenting a stationary target for Abraham on too many occasions. He'd also be wise to abandon his flashy showboating, which got him caught and rocked against Spike O'Sullivan and others. Abraham may well stay patient in the high guard and try to drown Eubank Jr. It's up to Eubank to prove he can swim. The physical talent is there. Now he has the perfect opportunity to put it all together. I don't think he has the power to ice Abraham, and he could well win by a TKO sometime late in the game. But I see this as a unanimous decision for Eubank in a solid, entertaining scrap between two guys with opposing career trajectories. I just don't think Abraham has enough in the tank, and that's the difference at the end of the day. How do you guys see this one playing out? Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you all, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen. Straight right boxing talk. I'll catch you guys next time.